Well, the piece is made up of over 200 parts. A few of them are quite large, but many of them are small, and there's a very specific way that the piece comes together. Even though it just looks like a mess, it's actually, there's a very specific arrangement for things. I'm not necessarily interested in a duality of mess and order, but I think it's often surprising how much work goes into making something that looks like a mess. All of the parts from the piece were things that were built on the pottery wheel, including all of the scraps and mess, like a residue from throwing pots. I had been talking with the artist Stephen Andrews about how much we wanted to learn how to make bowls and cups and things, and so we decided to start taking classes together. We both really liked it, but also I became kind of obsessed with the way the clay was recycled in the class, where the students' projects that were discarded or things that they decided not to fire would amass in a pile, and then that pile would be compressed and extruded as new usable clay. I wanted to depict something that doesn't seem like an acceptable calcified object. Not that a finished object is not interesting to me, but for this work I didn't want it to do that. The gesture maybe for me was bringing the studio space into the gallery space, and maybe thinking of it as a metaphor for how we might think of the gallery space as a place where things are still in flux and still have the potential to change and shift.